when the wicked beareth rule. All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakaha, Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect in the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a quick video real quick showing you what happens when the wicked gains control over the whole world. Okay, when you look up the word wicked, it literally means evil or morally wrong. Now, we are commanded in the book of Amos to hate the evil and love the good. Okay, it also tells you that in the book of Proverbs. Okay, so when the Lord said hate the evil, he was not only alluding to sin or evil doings, he was alluding to the wicked. As you will find out in this article right here, that when the wicked has control over the whole world, the only thing that you're going to see over the course of your entire lifespan are protests, murders, torture, torments, people suffering mentally, emotionally, spiritually, bombings, wars, chaos, famines, weird and strange things, GMO foods, poisoned water, poisoned air, poisoned sky, poisoned atmosphere, manipulated weather effects. You're going to see economic hitmans, people coming up missing, people who want to do right for their country getting off. These are the things you're going to witness seeing the wicked in rulership. In the book of First Maccabees, the first chapter, it tells you that after Alexander the Greek died, when his four generals, took over, Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucid, when they put crowns upon themselves, what happened? They began their campaign of conquering particular lands. And shortly after that, what happened? Wickedness was spread in the earth. So here in this generation, in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the hands of the wicked. Okay, and we know the wicked being Edom. That's according to Malachi 1:4. Edom being known as the border of wickedness. Okay, and when the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, this is what we see happening all over the entire planet. We see wars, we see chaos, we see unrighteous dealings, unrighteous decrees, we see robberies, we see thefts, we see coveting of lands, the land's resources such as oil, lithium, crystals, gemstones, sardises, sapphires, rubies, okay, chrysolites, you name it. Gas, fossils. And if a country is not willing to hand over those resources, what do Esau Edom do? He sends in his military to take those resources by force. And this is what we see happening between this is what we see happening with Iran. Okay, Iran is rich in resources. And once again, we got the Edomites, namely the ones that have control over America and over the land, the Edomites that have control over the land of Israel, who's basically coming up with a cover story to justify their actions of going into those lands, those regions. That's the real reason why they want to go to war with Iran. It's not only because Iran have nukes but it's because Iran is rich in oil and resources. So they're, once again, Micah 2 and 2, they covet fields and take them by violence. So they intend to overtake Iran by violence. And this is what we see going on here. So as you see in the title, the U.S. created the Ukraine conflict. And this is what they do in order to create covert operations, in order to create a smoke screen, in order to create a decoy, a distraction. They'll cause chaos in a region for the purpose of another movement, and in order to fulfill another scheme. Okay, with Syria, it was the chemical Assad situation, which Assad had nothing to do with that chemical attack. Okay, those chemical attacks were carried out by agent provocateurs set up by the CIA, by the U.S. government. But you see, this is what Esau does, you know. And now, what do we see in Syria? Now there's a U.S. base in Syria. You see that? So they created all that chaos in Syria just so they could set up a U.S. military base and some garrisons in Syria. So Washington spreads global chaos for its own benefit, the Russian defense minister has claimed. The Ukraine conflict is Washington's doing, and the U.S. is deliberately trying to prolong the fighting. Okay? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And the morally wrong does not wish to see wars end. They wish to create more wars, more chaos, more mayhem, more tyranny. And it's not for the benefit of the better of the people. It's to further enslave the people, take away rights, put people in traps and snares. Tell people, look, you can't do this. No fly zone. You can't go here. There's a military base here, you know. You're going to have to relocate. You're going to have to go here. You're going to have to go there. You see that? That's a 15-minute city. Move there. Go there. If you leave that premises, you could be arrested, thrown in prison. You know, this is becoming a totalitarian prison world where people are being very, very, very limited to what they can do or cannot do, what they can decide and cannot decide. This is the world we're heading towards. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said on Friday during a meeting with his counterparts from Asian nations, but never mind. Shoigu is taking part in a gathering of military chiefs from members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, a non-strong mutual defense organization. The Russian minister used the forum hosted by Kazakhstan, if I'm saying that correctly, Kazakhstan, to reiterate Moscow's position on the origins of this conflict in Ukraine. He identified Washington as a major source of global instability, citing its record of military interventions abroad, including in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and Syria. The U.S. also uses less direct financial and diplomatic tools to damage its opponents, including by fueling chaos in different parts of the world, Shoigu alleged. There you go. Okay. So with that, I'm going to leave off with this scripture right here. Okay, let's go to Proverbs 29, verse 2. Okay, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So when the wicked have control over the entire world, the world enters a state of mourning. And it's not just people, okay? The people is just the tip of the iceberg. You got insects that are mourning. Okay, bees cannot be bees. Okay, you got bees dying out, frogs becoming homosexuals. Okay, animals becoming homosexuals because of the shit that Esau's putting in the water, that he's putting in the air. You know, the food, the air, the water has effeminized people. Okay, that's why, you know, the Lickbick, like Benak Zakba said, the LGBTQ, you know, BZ community, you know, is at an all-time high because the food has effeminized people, especially the men, and have masculinized the women. Okay, you got women with muscles wearing white beaters with short hair, beating the shit out of dudes that are feminized. This world is ass backwards. Isaiah the 24th chapter tells you that. Because they have transgressed the laws, broken the everlasting covenants. Okay, changed the ordinances. Therefore the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have broken the everlasting covenant, changed the ordinances, okay, and broken the everlasting covenant, if I'm just saying that correctly. Because they have changed the laws, broken the everlasting covenant, changed the ordinances. Okay, Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So the soul of these Edomites are not upright in them. That's why it's in their spirit to create wars. Okay, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Okay, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, which, what is that wine? That wine is talking about America's democracy. And that democracy, the foundation of America's democracy is what? That Aleister Crowley, doest thou will, shall be the will of the law. That's why the majority of the people here in America, and I'm talking about the vast majority of the people here in America, they're in that mindset of, you know, well, I could be what I want to be. You know, that soft ass voice. I can be what I want to be. You know, if I want to be an well, I could be an You know, shut up, nigga. If I want to be a can of beans, I could be a can of beans. You know, I could be what I want to be. I know I can be what I want to be. That Kanye fucking bullshit music. I know I can be what I want to be, you know. If you want to grow up to be a fucking phone booth, you could be a phone booth. You know, everybody's strung out on drugs. You got crackheads everywhere. You got fiends everywhere. Through. And it's mainly affecting our nation. Okay? So yea, because he, the Edomites, transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. Okay, and hell's talking about the grave. He enlargeth his desire as the grave, which is really the earth is one big fucking grave because it's full of dead people. And there's very few people on this planet that are actually alive spiritually and cannot be satisfied but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. There you go. So with that, I pray that you brothers, sincere brothers of the hopeful elect, and you few sisters have been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom. It's on to the next one.